Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Claire. If you didn't know, well, now you do know. So today I'm going to be reviewing the Ravenhood series. I don't technically have them like with me because I read them on my Kindle, but I want to buy myself the physical copy. Is that kind of the point of a Kindle, is not to actually buy the book because I have Kindle Unlimited? Yes. But do I actually want to buy it to have it in my collection? Yes. So I just want it physically on my bookshelf because I absolutely loved the Ravenhood series so much, well, trilogy I guess, and it's just kind of hard going into a review because so many people online don't actually say a lot about it and they just say like go in blind. I pretty much went in blind. I think that that's probably what you should do. But that being said, you probably click on this video because you want to know about it or because you've read it. This is going to be spoiler free, by the way, so like don't worry about that. But I do want to just preface by saying that I'm not going to go like super into detail about like what happened. I'm just going to do a little like overview of, I guess, the first two books because I can't really talk about the last book unless you've actually read the first two books. So this trilogy, I would probably sell my soul for rereading it. Yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. I do want to also preface that some people don't like it. Stephanie Bohrer, I don't actually know how to say her last name. She hated the series and she didn't finish like the last book, and I'm like, I literally felt like it was an attack to my personal self because of how much I absolutely loved the book and I cried and I bawled my eyes out. So that was like really hurtful. So I don't know. If you didn't like this book, please don't tell me. Keep that shit to yourself because I thought it was absolutely phenomenal. But she did say that it's very confusing. It's very confusing. The reasons why she didn't like it were reasons why probably people wouldn't like it because it wasn't made up reasons. It's true. The first book is just confusion. You're gonna go in it, you're gonna be like, I know absolutely nothing. And then the second one is gonna be heartbreak. You're gonna cry. It's gonna be horrible. And then the third book is gonna be healing. So let's just get into the books and what they are about. So the first book, you meet Cecilia and she is going to live with her dad, Roman, I believe is his name. And he's just been like a really distant dad. He's just been like super shitty in her eyes and they haven't really gotten along and everything is pretty much just like a business transaction every time that she sees him. So she goes over there for one summer and she's supposed to work in his plant, like one of his plants that he has. So she lives with him and by doing that she gets like a whole bunch of money and she's going to give that money like to her mom and to support her mom and to support herself because her dad is like super wealthy. So she goes in there and she's like, you know what, it's just going to be one summer. I'm going to work at this plant. It's going to be amazing. Like, and she hasn't lived like a super fun life. Like she's always just been like a girl. I don't really know how to like describe it, but she wasn't like super outgoing. She wasn't like going to parties and like doing a whole bunch of stuff. So I would say she's like very sheltered in some ways. And she goes into this town and she meets this boy named Sean. And she quickly realizes that him and maybe like his brothers are like maybe in a gang. They all have these like raven tattoos. It's just like really odd. And she's like, like I don't really know like what's happening. So she hangs out with him and one of his brothers during that summer. And there is kind of the spice is fucking immaculate, okay? Like, chapter 25? I don't even know if it's possible what happens in the chapter, but speechless. It was so beautiful. So yeah, so things happen and then you're confused. Okay, you go back in that confusion, not knowing what's happening. You're confused the whole book, and then you get a little bit of closure in the second book from the answers that you were left with. So you're left on like this big cliffhanger and you're like, what? Like, what's happening? Like, I'm really confused. And I didn't know if I like misread things, you know, because I'm confused like, you know, a good majority of the time. So I was like, did I like miss something? Like, what's happening? That was the vibe, honestly, throughout that whole first book. And then the second book, you realize that everything happened for a reason, and that this is kind of like a Robin Hood retelling. So the brotherhood that they've created is to better society and like take down shady business owners, pretty much like high-end shady business people. So you kind of just like learn about like how it started and like where it's going and her play in everything. She is like a major player, even though like in this whole like world, even though she doesn't know it, pretty much like from birth. So that you kind of have to like, I don't know, you have to just like ride the wave of confusion to get to the second book, and then she takes your heart and crushes it. So you have to deal with that, and that takes a little while to build your trust back up. I didn't want to finish, the last book is the finish line. I didn't want to start the finish line because I thought, I gave you my heart and you shit on it. So I was kind of reluctant. Thank God that I did. Thank God that I read the last book because it gives you closure. The last book she's thick. I think she's like in the 600 pages maybe. I read it in 2 days. I needed to know what was going to happen for me to be able to sleep well, for me to be able just to function in normal life. If you've read the book currently, not currently, if you've read the book, it's currently raining outside. I want to bawl my eyes out. So it's a really intense book. It's phenomenal. It's so good. I know that I've been super vague about like what happens, but just go into it not knowing what is going to happen. I feel like I actually said like quite a bit in comparison to like some other people's reviews, but it is love triangle. I don't even know. Yeah, love triangle, like her falling for like bad boys. She's like innocent girl, bad boys. One summer, I don't know, like a brother trope, brother's best friend trope. There's a lot going on, but I would say just go in it knowing that it's like a Robin Hood retelling, like a modern day Robin Hood retelling, and just enjoy the ride, because like I said, it's just absolutely phenomenal. And then go and watch or go and listen to the playlist that the author has done for this, and you're probably gonna cry again, but in such a good way. And she also has like a community for after you read it, just for some healing, which I thought was just like much needed, because I can't believe that I was so emotionally attached to all of these characters. Cecilia, Sean, yeah, they will always have a piece of my heart, indefinitely. So now I know what unconditional love is. I didn't actually know it till I read this book. So I'm being a little bit dramatic, but this book was, like I said, absolutely amazing. The writing was really well done. The storytelling was really well done. I really like that it's multiple POVs. I really like that. I just liked everything. Absolutely everything. And she wasn't even going to write the last book. Thank God that she did. I would have had no closure after the second book. What was she thinking? So that's amazing. And I guess that's kind of all that I have to say. Obviously, this was a 5-star read. Probably, like as a series, it's 5 out of 5 stars. It could be, honestly, it's a trillion stars out of 5 stars. It's that good. I really don't have much else to say. The first book, I'd probably give it a 4 stars because how confused I was, if I'm going to be honest. But then 5 stars, and as a whole, obviously what I just said, a 5 stars. So if you feel like being confused, being emotionally damaged, and then having your heart fixed, absolutely read this. This just, words can't describe how amazing I thought this trilogy was. So go give it some love. Go give my video some love. Please subscribe and comment and like. Tell me if you've read the Ravenhood Trilogy. Tell me if you know anything else that's kind of similar to this. I don't know if it's like a genre, but like kind of similar to the storytelling that was put place. And I would love to know and to read more books like that. I wouldn't have even thought that I was going to enjoy it. So thank you, Larissa. Everybody knows who she is, but like, thank you for putting this like on my radar and making me want to read it, because it's her review that like really made me want to read it. And like Nikkis Book Nook too. So I'll leave those people down below. But that is going to be it for me today. I hope that you pick up this trilogy and we can discuss it in the comments down below. Thank you again for watching, and I will get back to you very, very soon. And happy Easter for everyone. I'm filming this on Easter, so happy Easter, everybody. I hope that if you celebrate, you had a really good time, and if you didn't celebrate, that you had an absolutely amazing Sunday. So I will catch you very, very soon. Thank you again for watching, and goodbye.